Remember, don't like, share, or subscribe. What are you trying to do? Blow up the channel or something? I got enough on my plate. This is great stuff. I love the Whatever podcast. I love Araco TV, especially how he breaks up things and breaks things down. So thanks, Araco, for let me grab this footage that you broke it up wonderfully. So you need a little bit of dictionary in order to process this. What the hell is a cuck and what's a simp? You need to know these things. So look them up. I'm going to put them up here. I'm going to discuss them. You know, cuck is, a man who allows his woman to have sexual relationships with other people, and yet just continues to, through histrionic, provide very dramatic overtures to them and kind of enslave themselves to this person for whatever reason. They're beautiful, they're attractive, the intercourse is fantastic, who knows. So it makes him also a simp, this particular woman, this person, this British guy who's just over emotional about this woman. Nothing alpha about him. And you could see that the meteor needs to come because these people are like OnlyFans people. If you don't know what OnlyFans is, you're going to look that up too. So they're all concerned, their value propositions are so terrible that they're more concerned about putting their sexual exploits and whatnot online for the world to see. They do not realize that 10, 15, 20 years down the road, when they're 30 and 40 years old, they're going to say, what did I do? Because now even my children are going to find these things because they always do. And they're more concerned with money as opposed to their reputation and their integrity and their honor. And we get into that on this little clip of the Whatever podcast. Here we go.
You guys are in an open relationship. Yeah. You guys have been dating for 3 months, and you guys do content together.
Yes.
You're in a poly open relationship where you're dating other men romantically and you're dating other women romantically.
No, it's just sexual. Sexually open.
Oh, for the content.
Actually open for the content, yeah.
And you will sleep with them together?
Yes, and I will marry Sophia one day.
You're going to marry her?
Yes.
Okay.
So this sad excuse of a human being goes by the name of Bevo, and he got famous on TikTok for swallowing foods.
Big up.
Carrot. It just shows you how talented you have to be to get famous these days. It's amazing stuff. And he's also a cuck.
You consider her your girlfriend, but you don't consider other girls your girlfriend. You just consider other girls that you sleep with.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So, you are a cuck.
Define a cuck, please.
Person who purposely allows their women to get by other men.
For money, yeah.
Real talk. You gotta be ashamed of yourself.
We make content, we get paid for content. Yes, we involve other people because it makes more money. That's why I allow it. Again, romantically, yes, when we're 30 years old with a child and we slow down with all the money we've got in the bank, we can live happily ever after.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
He's living in some sort of cuck Disney fantasy. He's never going to be truly happy because his kid will never respect him when he finds out what he did. His wife will never respect him for allowing her to do that. And he will never respect himself because he's not a real man.
But you would be a cuck, correct?
I just don't like that saying, but we do it.
I mean, I'm sure you don't, but I mean, that's what a cuck is somebody who lets another man purposely fuck their woman, right? That's a cuck.
Yeah, if I'm a cuck, I'm a cuck, yeah.
I don't think Andrew's trying to insult you. I think he's
not. I'm just trying to clarify it.
Again, it's what it is, isn't it? Again, we're young. We're probably in a better position than you was when you was 23. Again, no throwing shade, but I just don't feel like being a slave to a religion is going to get you anywhere in life. It's good praying, it's good doing your thing, but I just want to live life at earn money and be happy.
I mean, it's way better to let people fuck your old lady. All self-respecting men do that.
Yeah, but sex is just sex. Again, I think it's like you take
money is just money.
Yeah, but
money gets you places.
Money gets you places. Don't.
Where does money get you?
It takes me on flights. It takes me to buy a house. It takes me to buy a car. It takes me to buy the jewelry I've got on. It takes me to buy the clothes I've got on.
I can not enunciate more how dysfunctional this is. And I love the psychology to it. That is my passion to this whole thing, is looking at the psychology to these people, listening to them. This guy, obviously he's at an age, he's probably 23 or 24. The most important thing is to him is social status and money and they think that that's the ultimate backstage pass. But the problem is you don't realize that down the road you are selling your soul to the devil. This person will eventually come out to say and thinks, well, he'll be living in his mansion, with this gal next to him, the love of his life. If you watch her body language, she doesn't respond at all to anything. When I talk about how important my wife is to me and how much I care about her and how important, and my goal is just to give her the best life possible, she looks at me with puppy dog eyes and they're just big saucers. She's just so enamored by me. She's so affectionate for me, to me. I'm her, the entirety of her whole world. You could see this gal sitting next to him, the blonde, doesn't look at him the same way. She doesn't admire him. She doesn't look up to him. She doesn't. These two, if she accepts a wedding ring from him and they get married, divorced in 5 years, easy. Let's go.
That's really expensive money to allow the person that you're in love with to get dishonored by other men.
We enjoy
don't you
it.
think? You enjoy it?
I don't enjoy it. We just do it. We get on with it. We have fun. Yeah, well, I enjoy it. Yeah, I do enjoy it because it's.
You do enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like I'm free and you're the slave. And I never have to worry about the fact that I can make an honorable buck because I'm not a slave to the money either. It sounds like you're the slave. No. It sounds like I'm the one who's free.
No, definitely not. Again, I was a slave when I done my demolition. I was getting up at stupid o'clock, getting paid bad money. And then, now I'm living life. I'm doing social media full time. I do content full time. I've got a beautiful woman by my side that I'm going to marry and have kids with one day. And if we enjoy sex, why not?
Now this is Andrew Wilson, if I'm not mistaken, who's debating this simpy Cuck. And Andrew's great. He's such a great logician. He's also a very devout Christian, if I'm not mistaken. I don't agree with all the things he says. A lot of them are sourced from his religious feelings. But 95% of what he says, I'm on board with. Not only from the logical, rational arguments, but from the point of view of a lot of the traditional perspectives that he has. So he is dismantling this guy, just taking him out. And a lot of it is about, being an honorable man and being ethical and having other men look up to you, that you do the right things to protect your woman and to cultivate her as a person and elevate her in terms of standing, how other people view her as a matriarchal woman of importance and value. So obviously his big objection is that this woman has no value. All she's doing is selling her body online for a few dollars. And this guy's supposed to be happy about it. Well, because we're out there, living a life, we're going to go move into a mansion. He's so unhinged and irrational. And then as Andrew keeps digging in there, that's when he's going to start breaking down and getting emotional. Let's get into it and watch the drama unfold.
Well, what's the big deal? Sex. Adam and Eve had sex, so what's the big deal?
Well, I didn't say that sex is the big deal. The big deal is whether or not you have what is considered virtue and honor. Other men,
who cares about honor in 10 years' time?
Well, I'm going to explain it to you if you want the answer.
Yes, Karen?
Other men are always going to see you as a cuck. They're going to see you as less than a man, and the reason they're going to see you as less than a man is because you purposely allow other men to bang your chick.
Yeah.
So, because they consider this to be low virtue, they're always going to consider you to be lesser than them, no matter how poor they are. The poorest man on this planet is always going to consider himself richer than you.
Your wife has been f***ed before you, so why does it matter?
Yeah, so what?
What do you say? Yeah, so what with me? So what? She sees with other men when I'm there.
Do I go and let other men f*** my wife on purpose? No.
You do
that.
You might get it up, mate.
Other men.
Again, I'm a Gen Z and you're old-fashioned. Again, I've probably made more money than you was when you were younger.
Oh, yeah, it's real old-fashioned to not let other men your chick. What an old-fashioned, stodgy old man I really am. What an old-fashioned, stodgy son of a bitch.
Who cares in 10 years?
I'm a real fuddy-duddy.
Who cares in 10 years when it's all forgotten about and we're living a happy life in a lovely mansion,
It
lovely
ain't going to be forgotten about. No one's ever going to forget that you're a cuck. You came on one of the largest IRL podcasts on planet Earth and told the world you're a cuck. No one's ever going to forget that, bro.
It's crazy to think that some of these people, and not all, this Generation Z, they think that our old-fashioned, old-world value systems are outdated because we are loyal to our partners and we don't want people to look at them in, salacious ways. Really crazy.
Little Johnny's going to be in the schoolyard, and dude's going to walk over. Kid's going to walk over. He's going to be like, "Look, your dad's a Johnny," and you're going to be like, "Yeah, that's true. I did allow other men on purpose to your mother, Johnny, but that's because I'm a real man.
Little
I
Johnny
care about money."
Little Johnny began private school and wouldn't have to worry about money.
The cuck doesn't realize is the people in private school, usually that's old money. So the question would be is, who are your parents? Because they're not old money, so who are they? They're this couple. And where did they get that money? From sex work. That automatically lowers you in the hierarchy of where you stand in private school. And I can imagine worse than public school. Private school kids will eviscerate you worse than any public school in the worst district anywhere.
How many people who are in your industry who have children, whose children are proud of them, that they share their wife around, or vice versa?
You love coming back to me, don't you?
Andrew.
Question
Go
was
to church on
directed
Sunday.
at you, Brandon.
Go to church on Sunday, do your praying, be your slave, and let's carry on. Because I'm tired, I'm jet lagged to I've got a
Don't
headache.
be a wimp, dude. Just answer the question the super chatter asked you. The super chatter's asking this question because he wants to know what your answer is.
Listen, and I'm saying this once and we're cracking on. We're in a Gen Z. We can make money multiple ways. I don't know anyone that's had children that do what
You're not
we
answering
do.
the question. The question is how many of those children are proud
I
of their
don't know
parents?
any children, so let's move on. Thank you very much.
You're not going to answer the question?
I don't know any children. How many times have I got to say? You're pissing me off.
Yeah, I know you don't have children. That's not what the question was. Listen to what the question is. How many of these people in this industry that you deal with who have children, whose children are proud of them?
Have you checked on your wife? She might be getting f***ed at the minute.
Now, are you going to answer my question?
No, bro,
or
move on, bro.
again?
You're pissing me off, bro. Just move on.
Yeah, I don't care if I'm pissing you off. You
bro,
yeah,
walk out, bro.
Wait.
I'll walk
Shut
out,
your mouth
bro.
and answer the question.
Off, go pray.
Wait,
you
Andrew,
Midget
if he
mouth and
doesn't,
answer the fucking question.
Andrew, if he doesn't
I don't
want to
care if
answer,
I make you
cough,
Nazi.
Wait,
You're
Andrew,
God Bob, bro. You're fucking boring from the start, you prick.
Wait, guys.
No, fuck this. Thank you. God bless.
Intel 1.
Oh, you're gonna leave? Oh, the lights are leave.
Go pray.
Oh, you're gonna leave?
Into the camera
Are you gonna go cry with your wife who gets by other men? Are you gonna go cry?
He doesn't have to answer the question.
You're gonna go cry?
I'm backing myself.
Cry.
I'm backing
Why don't
myself.
you
No.
answer the question. Are you gonna rage
You are
quit?
okay with your
Rage quit? No, because I'm bored of your god shit, bro.
Fucking quit.
I'm bored of your god shit. Anyway, Brian, I'm done anyway. Yeah, listen. Go put your fake kids to sleep. Yeah. God night. God bless.
Weren't you about to rage quit? Weren't you about to show me? Yeah, get the f*** out of here. That's right. Run away.
You're pissing me off, bro. I'm jet lagged. You can see it just took a little bit of time, just some grinding away by Andrew Wilson to break this guy down. So, of course, this clown must have went home. And the only reason why you object or you fight or you try to rationalize or defend your position is because you know it's wrong and you're trying to bullet point why it's right. Well, obviously the cuck must have gone home and realized that he's wrong and that Andrew Wilson tore him apart. And now he has to rethink what he said, because now everybody saw the podcast, because a popular, fantastic, whatever podcast. People saw it, probably were breaking his balls. And he had to rethink his whole life now. Take a look.
What's happening, TikTok? Bevo here. I just wanted to come on here and basically clear up this whole whatever podcast. I didn't expect to get this much stick. I was basically told what to say, basically for their financial gain, which has made me look a complete mug on the internet now. We get to the whatever podcast. I weren't supposed to be on there. The girls sit down. I finally come in. Brian comes up to me and says, look, we need to spice some things up. Basically say that you two are in an open relationship and basically she sees other guys and you see other girls. And me being me thinking, oh yeah, cool, it's clips. Like, yeah, why not? Let's run with it. So yeah, I've done that.
Why the fuck you lying?
I do want to clarify, me and Sophia are in a closed, healthy, happy relationship. No one else is involved.
Bullshit.
I just wanted to get that clear because again, I've got a lot of stick online with the clips and with DMs, and she's getting hate, which I didn't want. I was just trying to do it to promote us and like herself, you know. So I feel violated, I'm not gonna lie, because it feels like, for me, I look like a devalued man.
That's exactly what you are.
My grandparents come from a Christian household. My dad's moaned at me for this whole podcast. Family members have seen this podcast, and yeah, again, I've watched it back and it doesn't look good. I got told what to say, and me, being the nice beaver I am, I've just run with it and made myself look like a complete mug.
You have done that yourself.
To manipulate someone and try and devalue myself as a man for their financial gain, I just think it's disgusting.
Could have called it right from the beginning. Didn't want to spoil it for you. He's the victim. It goes with the generation. He's the victim now. He didn't know what was going on. He knew exactly what was going on. He was just flexing because he thought that, hey, people are going to look at him like, oh, he's crazy. He's awesome. That's amazing what he's doing. And she's beautiful. She probably realized, what am I doing with this clown, this loser? And he realized, oh, people don't hold you up in high esteem because of what she does. And obviously, you are a freaking clown. And they made you look so bad and they embarrassed you. You had to go home and rethink your own life. Oh, now you're the victim. No, idiot. Rethink your life. Do better, okay? Not only for yourself, but for, if you really love this woman, build a great life. Don't worry about all the riches, because if you do the right thing, all that stuff will be there. And who cares about the people that define you as a person by any of those things anyway? Because it all burns, and in 2 generations, nobody will know who you are, and people will live in your house, your car will be in a landfill, and everything you owned would have been sold. So none of it would matter. So why don't you try, how about this? Be the best human being that you can.